up against Abedini from Iran. With me in the commentary box, Karim Bashir, who will be calling this one. Now, Karim, the Iranians have never won a world championship medal in any discipline and in any weapon, in team or individual. What are their chances of doing it tonight?
Well, you're right. They've never. Hello, Graham. Hello, everyone. They've never made a top 8 even at the World Championship. So this is new territory for them. Their chances are pretty good, but you mentioned that Abedini and Pakdaman are in the Iranian team, and they are going to the Olympic Games. They have qualified for the individual tournament. No team men's sabre at Rio in 100 days' time. For me, it's the third man, Baher, I'm going to call him. I'm not going to go for the full pronunciation, but Baher, it's how he performs here. He had a bit of a shocker in the semi-finals, and he needs really to pull some weight in the team to give them a chance against probably the favourites for the bronze medal here, the Romanians. Well, the Iranians took out the US team in a very tough match in the quarterfinals, came through 45-41, and then they came up against Hungary, and they pretty much held their own. The lead changed all the way through the semi-finals until it got to that last third, and it was their weak link did end up being Farzad Baher Aresbaran, who dropped a lot of points in coming into that last third, if you like, and then pretty much the rest of the team then capitulated, and the Hungarian team marched through to the final, where they will face Russia. The Romanians, well, they put up slightly more of a fight against Russia, but also it was a fairly one-sided affair, and both Russia and Hungary fairly easily through to the final, which will take place at 4:15 this afternoon, right after this bronze medal match. Yeah, Abedini wearing that first hit from Teodosiu. The sword flicked over the back of his mask and would have hit the back of his head. They sting a bit, but he started well, Abedini. Do the same thing. Iulian Teodosiu, ranked 57 in the world, and Abedini is no slouch. He's up at world ranking 12th. He's got experience, and this Iranian team has really, I don't know, built a culture of top-class sabre fencing. Yeah, absolutely. They've. You know, it's often the way, it's like the number 7 bus. You don't see one for 2 hours and then 3 come at the same time, and that's really what's happened with Iranian men's sabre. You've got Abedini and Pakdaman both competing at a high level in men's sabre, and that does spur on the rest of the nation. It does. It provides a force of motivation, if you like. And got to give a tip of the hat to Payman Fakhri as well. The fencing community will know him as a referee, but of course he's a coach as well, and he's the one that's coached this team to their position of being here in a bronze medal match at the World Championships. Can't start early in sabre. It's an advantage, too much of an advantage, because it's so fast. This is great performance from Abedini. He stepped away from the attack from Teodosiu, just made him miss using his feet, and picks up the right of way. Good start. When they just go at each other like that, and it's basically like the referee is set off a sprinter's pistol, then there's really there's no way of separating. The referee has no way of separating what's gone on. But that one, there was a definite amount of interaction. Yeah. So I thought we were going to get a replay then. This time, Abedini stepped in and drew the attack from Teodosiu, stepped away from it, took a big parry, very clear, and gets the riposte. Great start from the Iranians. Well, now we're getting on to Baher, who was the weak link in the chain in their semi-final, and he's coming up against
world ranked number 4, the Olympic bronze medalist from London.
Yeah,
Tiberu Dolniceanu.
Yeah, Dolniceanu is a force of nature. Expect the lead to change hands in this second leg.
En garde. Prêt, allez. Action simultanée, pas de touche. En garde. Prêt, allez. Préparation, attaque, touche, point. En garde. Prêt, allez. Attaque parée.
Well, Baher Aresbaran will be just hoping that he can maybe notch 2 or 3. I don't think he's even expecting to come out of this round 2 in the lead. But we'll be hoping just to score maybe 2 or 3 hits, just so the Iranians can stay in the competition.
We get our first video appeal. I think you're right, he wants to get a couple of hits here. He's been awarded this one, but Tiberu Dolniceanu asks the referee to go and have a look at the video. Each fencer gets 1 appeal per leg. If their appeal is upheld, they keep it. If it's not, they lose it. So you have to use it with some caution in team fencing. And it was a good call from Dolniceanu.
So there was a stop in the attack from Baher.
Attaque de gauche, touche à droite. One. En garde.
And that puts Romania into the lead.
Prêt, allez. Attaque.
I don't feel so comfortable. I wouldn't feel so comfortable us sitting in Baher's shoes. He's got to try and impose something on this fight. Otherwise, Dolniceanu is just going to get 10 hits, and he's not going to score any.
He's going to get up to 10 hits, which will be when they switch over. Each of the individual rounds goes to a multiple of 5, all the way up to 45, which will be the final score. It's which team can get to that 45. It gives the chance the trailing team to catch up, and they're going to need that because it looks very much like Dolniceanu, the world number 4 and bronze medalist from London. Oh, that's good. Well, at least Baher's got 1 point on the board.
Well, Tiberu Dolniceanu calls the referee to go and have a look at the video again. We get a replay. Not necessarily the best angle. Let's see if we get another one. We're not going to. This is all about when
Dolniceanu have a case here.
Yeah, it's all about when Baher lands with his foot, because the landing of the foot is the end of the attack, and if the sword hasn't hit the opponent's target by the time the foot lands, it's attack, no continuation good.
And that's that. Dolniceanu makes short work of Baher Aresbaran, and in their individual head-to-head competition, Dolniceanu wins that one 9-1.
Yeah, +8 indicator for Dolniceanu. And the good thing here for the teams, as we look at a replay of them saluting each other at the beginning, the good thing here for the Romanians is that Dolniceanu has gone out there and shown his 2 teammates exactly what to do against Baher, and that really is crucial, because I think, I don't want to call this too early, but however well Pakdaman and Abedini fence, if Baher ships so many hits, then it's going to be an impossible task for the Iranians to claim their first world fencing medal.
Baher is going to come off looking like a pincushion. So next up, this is the 3rd round. We have Alin Badea from Romania, and he's up against Pakdaman, Ali Pakdaman of Iran. So world ranked 26 is Ali Pakdaman. He's qualified individually for the Olympic Games. He's no slouch, 25 years old. And he is up against world ranked 33. So in ranking terms, Pakdaman has the upper hand. and he'll be hoping to claw back the deficit that was left for him by his teammate Baher Aresbaran. The clock really immaterial in fencing. It's all over so fast.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no need really to have the clock at all. They start it so the scoring mechanism works because it's all linked together. And are both appealing. The referee standing firm.
It happens so fast that if they both attack simultaneously, then the referee will say that, well, there's no way of determining who started the attack, and that is another one of those situations where the referee simply cannot separate who started the attack first. And what's this yellow card for? Starting too early, jumping the gun for Pakdaman. Now, if there's another yellow card shown, then that will be a point added to the opposing team.
Quite right, yeah. 2 minor infringements result in a point to your opponent. That's a lovely parry post, though, from Pakdaman. Steps away from the first attack, the Iranian is right of way. Does he finish? He does. Referee gives it, and now Alin Badea thinks about calling for a video. He does indeed call for a video. Here we go. You see, well, this is at the end of the action. Often with these replays, they're lovely, and I do really appreciate the slow motion. But often they don't show they don't show the action from far enough out. It needs to have another 2 seconds added on to the replay so you actually see who starts.
They need to just scroll it back a little bit more.
So there are the 2 referees. You've got Seamus on your right, Costa on your left, and they're looking at the video replay in slow motion. They watch it first in full speed, and then they can click back and watch it in a percentage of full speed to decide who the attack is. So Vladislav Seamus comes back, and it was a good call from Badea. He doesn't get the hit, but the referee says that the attacks were simultaneous, so no hit for Pakdaman.
Attack premier, no? Attack, touche, merci. 1. Regarde. Prêt. Allez. Allez. 1 meter back.
Why did the referee call halt there?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Was it he wanted the fence to start in the right position? Yeah, so he's just resetting them to where they should be on the piece. It might seem a bit pedantic, but every millimetre is important in terms of distance.
And Badea notches up another one and edges ever closer to the target of 15 for round 3. And we will have seen all of the fences apart from the Romanian reserve, Ciprian Galatanu. The Iranians, well, they don't have a reserve. And to be fair, or to be brutal to Baher Aresbaran, they don't really have a number 3 either. That is unfortunately
really
the problem.
harsh.
They've got 2 fantastically good fencers, and if they could just get Baher Aresbaran to perform, then they would have a real chance in this match.
Well, Pakdaman's doing a good job here.
I'm not sure if that is ever going to get straightened. That one handed straight in to the referee, and that will go through weapon control and eventually work its way back to the fencer.
Or possibly just get thrown straight in the bin.
Who will throw it in the bin?
Angal. Angal. Prêt. Allez.
Attack given straight through for Alin Badea.
Attack touche.
And
video, no video.
Pakdaman looks as though he's going to call for a video. They do a little sort of square, asking the referee to do a video, but he chooses not to. On the attack now.
Pakdaman really attacking, and Badea pushed right back to the back line, but able to get the hit. Frantic defense from the Romanian, and Pakdaman
Well, when he should have been landing a hit, he's looking for a parry. It was his attack all the way. Picks up the blade there. And again, he's just looking for the blade again. He's already got the right of way. I don't know why he didn't just land his attack.
Brilliant slow motion replays. But Iran are in a spot of bother here. I mean, it's early days yet. Great flunge from Dolniceanu we just saw there on the slow motion replay. So next up, Teodosiu against Baher Aresbaran now.
The Romanians have worked out the third man in the Romanians have worked out the third man for Iran. And someone needs to have a word with Mr. Baher and explain to him he needs to do something a bit different.
Attack touch. One. En garde. Prêt. Allez. Attack touch. One.
Well, he's got 1 point on the board.
En garde. Prêt. Allez. Pare riposte. Touche. One. En garde. Prêt.
20 the target, and Teodosiu is only a couple away from that already. A yellow card, starting too early.
Preparation from Baher.
So he was caught while he was preparing his attack. And that is that. 20 scored. Baher manages to put 1 onto the scoreboard and gets defeated in that particular round 5-1.
Well, you mentioned that the Iranians could do with a substitute. Well, they really could. Bahar's been on twice now and on a -12 indicator. And what that means is that he's given away 12 more hits than he's scored, and it's very tough for his teammates if that continues.
I think that Bahar's been on. If Baher had gone on first in the very first round, then he wouldn't have had the opportunity to drop the number of points he dropped.
Yeah, that's true, but then if you look at the order for the right-hand side of the field of play, which clearly the audience can't see, but it would mean that Baher would be the anchor for the Iranians if he went on first. And I'm not sure you want him on last.
No, but you could have put him on first, and then third in round 2, and then second in round 3.
That's not how the order works. The order's preordained beforehand. So the left-hand side is 1, 2, 3 on the score sheet, and that does go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then everyone else switches around on the other side. So if you look at the order, which people can't see, but the order is preordained. So had he started, he would also
have had to finish.
He would have to have finished. Used to work the way that you explained it, but they changed it around.
Prêt, allez. Tous les deux en finale simultanée, pas de touche. On garde. On garde.
Well, it's too early to say, to call it, way too early. You can claw back a deficit like this, but I'm really sorry to say it. I think the Iranians have already said goodbye to this bronze medal.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible to catch up, but not when you've got a weak link in the chain and just can't see.
Attack contra attack.
Just like that, the Romanians continue to open up this gap. Only 2 hits scored by Abedini, and when your top man is shipping hits like that, then it's going to be a real struggle.
Well, Abedini needed to catch up, and he's actually he's dropped 3 more, so 5-2 in that individual matchup. And Dolniceanu will come on now and face Pakdaman. Pakdaman will be hoping and fighting to narrow the gap. They've got to do something. The only time Iran were in the lead is in round 1, where they took a 5-1 lead, only for it to be thrown away in almost immediately in round 2.
Just reaching forward there. Pakdaman couldn't land, couldn't get close.
So it was Pakdaman's attack. He was pushing forward, but it got caught
on a counter. Yeah, he's just getting too close, and Dolniceanu is just reaching out. Just tickled the front of his mask. That's enough to score the hit.
Riposte for Pakdaman. And he's doing well. It's 3-1 in this matchup. If you see the, if you're looking at the scores, you've got in the middle 6-9. That's the round that we're on, and then you've got the total scores right above it, and then underneath that you've got the score for the head-to-head, if you like, in this particular round. So 30 is the target for Dolniceanu. Maybe the Romanians have just, because they've got such a lead, they've taken their foot off the gas ever so slightly, and Pakdaman is having a real go at trying to close the gap.
Yeah, it does happen that if you get so far ahead, you kind of relax a little bit, but it's not won until you get to 45. They mustn't come off the gas for too long. Great distance from Dolniceanu, steps away from Pakdaman, picks up the right of way and lands his attack. And they're pumped. They want this medal. They've missed out on world medals year after year. The Romanians. They have well, as a team, they certainly have. And they really have such a great heritage of sabre that it's kind of about time they took a medal at a World Championships in the team event.
Attaque de gauche, touche à droite. Salut, s'il vous plaît.
And as we go into the final third of this team competition, it seems to be all over, bar the shouting. A 30-17 lead to the Romanians. And next up for the Romanians will be Alin Badea, and he will take on Baher Aresbaran.
Yeah, this is a big ask now, and I fear that Baher may end up with a record negative indicator for a team event.
Do you know the record negative indicator? Well, the thing is, in order to get a record negative, you need to have had a lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they only had a lead in the first round, so the worst that you can do if you didn't have a lead is negative 15, isn't it?
Yeah, if you go into every
if
leg.
You go 5-0, 5-0, 0, 5-0, 0, 5-0, 5, you ship 5 points. But if you've got a lead, then it's possible to have a really big negative.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, now I think Badea stepped over the back line. But the referee says that Baher scored before that happened, so he does get one. There's another one on the attack.
He's fighting for pride now because he's now doubled his personal score in this competition. He gets another one. So finally, only done this
En garde.
in his first fight against Dolniceanu.
Simultané, pas de touche. En garde. En garde. Prêt. Allez. En garde. Prêt. Allez. Attaque. Touche. Merci. Point.
Another point for Baher.
Prêt. Allez.
He's doing well for his
Première attaque.
his personal indicator. He
Attaque.
keeps
Touche.
scoring.
Point.
Badea has not registered anything
En
yet.
garde. Prêt. Allez.
Well, just
that.
as soon as you say that,
Yeah.
he lands a beautiful power riposte.
En garde. Prêt. Allez. Action simultanée, pas de touche.
Well, it's simultaneous. The referee agrees.
En garde.
I agree with the
Prêt.
referee.
Allez. Attaque. Touche. Point.
And there's another one for the Iranian. This one is going to get queried. The Romanians been pretty good with their video requests in this fight so far. There have been a couple of very successful ones. We are not going to, unfortunately, see the replay.
Here we go.
There's a double movement from Baher, wasn't there?
Attaque. Touche. Point.
Referee's not going to change his
En
mind.
garde. Prêt. Allez. Allez.
So this is the best we've seen from him,
Carton jaune.
this Iranian,
En garde.
by a long way. Perhaps the coach said, listen, forget about the score, just go out and have fun. It's a World Championship bronze medal match.
Prêt.
Well,
Allez.
sometimes when the pressure is off,
Attaque. Touche. Point.
at that time,
En garde. Prêt.
35 the target.
Allez. Action simultanée, pas de touche.
Simultaneous.
En garde. Prêt. Allez.
Both do the same thing. They both step in together, have a little exploration, they stop, have a look at each other, and then they decide to attack. And they do it exactly at the same time.
Prêt. Allez.
It's like if you're playing rock, paper, scissors and you both go for the scissors.
En garde. Pas de touche. Prêt. Allez.
Referee didn't separate the last one. Great parry there from Baher.
There was no riposte.
No, but he's building, he's building.
Got to attack, got to attack.
Ah, beautiful parry riposte. Absolutely stunning stuff on the back line from the Romanian. Watch this. Look at the hand speed to go bang, cart, riposte.
En garde. En garde. Prêt. Allez. Action simultanée, pas de touche. En garde. Prêt. Allez. Pas simultané. En garde. Prêt. Allez. Simultané, pas de touche.
Baher Aresbaran 6-3 up
Garde.
on his individual encounter
Allez.
against Badea. And then whatever happens,
Attaque non
he's
riposte,
not
non
going to
riposte, attaque,
lose
touche,
this
point.
individual encounter because all Badea can score is up to 5. As soon as he gets to 5, that will be this particular round over.
En garde. Prêt.
I think it's
Allez.
unfortunately too late
Action
for the
simultanée, pas de
Iranians,
Yeah.
but you never know.
Yeah, this is an interesting one now because all of a sudden this momentum change, right? I think the scores need to be a little bit tighter. He needs to get, I'd say, at least 3 more to give them a fighting chance. But the momentum has shifted towards the Iranians, and maybe that will carry over. The next match is crucial. Can Pakdaman get Pakdaman, I should say, get a few more hits, close the gap?
He is up against Teodosiu in the penultimate round. And Teodosiu, well, he's ranked below Alin Badea in the world ranking. And that is it. On a video, it's not quite it. We're going to go for a video. And the scoreboard's already changed, but so the person who works the scoreboard thinks that this video review will be unsuccessful.
Yeah, but it's all going to come down to the 2 referees having a look there.
The person who works the scoreboard has realised that they went a little too soon, and they've changed it back, and now they will have to change it back again. And Pakdaman comes on for Baher Aresbaran, and he made up for his earlier poor performance, but it's a shame he couldn't have done that earlier, because he dropped the Iranians in it.
Yeah,
they were up the creek without a paddle, and 10 points behind going into the final 2 legs is probably too much of an ask.
It's interesting to see what Pakdaman can do here. I would say if he can get to 37 points, that's scoring 12, before Teodosiu gets to 40, that will give Abedini a chance. Anything less, I think, is going to be difficult, but it has to be a corking leg. Pakdaman comes into this his last fight here at the World Championships with a -2 indicator. Teodosiu is on a 0 indicator at the moment, giving away as many hits as he's scored.
So he's got to score 12-5.
Pretty much, yeah. I think 12 is the minimum requirement. That's not a good start. Goes looking for a parry riposte, but doesn't find the blade. Yellow card, surely. Well, referee being lenient there. Teodosiu called for a halt when really he should have just got on and fenced. Nice parry riposte from Pakdaman, showing some intent.
He's asking, Teodosiu is asking for a replay because he thinks Pakdaman might have stepped off the side of the piste. I think that was what he was indicating to the referee.
Oh, he is way off the side. If we look at the big screen in the venue, you can see a replay. But the point does stand. Hit landed before he'd stepped off the piste. Tackle's parried, the riposte is good.
That's off the back line. Didn't need to even score it, just chased him off the piste.
Yeah, it does happen in Sabre. Just needs to score a few more. It's really not enough. There's still a 10-hit gap. You can't hand that over to your anchor and expect him to do anything with it. And a 2-phase attack there. Pakdaman landing, but it was the second attempt.
A flunge from Teodosiu. Point was Pakdaman. Parried.
Attaque, touche, point.
8 more. Pakdaman needs 4. Teodosiu scores 2.
Attaque, touche,
Another one.
Yeah, need to be a collapse. Need to be a complete mental mind collapse from Teodosiu for that to happen.
Attaque, touche, point.
Well, stranger things have happened. Pakdaman's got the wind in his sails.
He asked before. No. En garde. Prêt, allez.
Well, does the referee have a look at this one? I think he might have a quick
Attaque, touche.
peek.
Point.
He does look
En
at
garde.
the monitor at his feet and sticks with, I think, what he originally thought it would be, which was an attack from
En garde,
Pakdaman.
masque.
Break that one down. Pakdaman sort of did a fake attack to start with.
And then attacked again.
Yeah, but Teodosiu didn't do
Yeah.
anything to take up the right of way in between.
En garde. Prêt, allez. Contre-poste, touche. Point.
Parried the original attack, but didn't get the riposte in.
Yeah, it's counter riposte. Beautiful
Okay.
hit.
Prêt, allez. Action simultanée, pas de touche. En garde. Prêt, allez. Première attaque, non. Riposte, touche, point. Two attaque.
And that's that for round 8 as they now go into the 9th, although this is going to be another video review. Thoughts on that one?
We don't see it
Well,
from
that's
far
what he
enough
posted.
back, but if you take that angle, you could argue that it's Pakdaman's, but Vladislav Seamus comes back to the piste and does finally award the hit.
Interesting that time he didn't make them put their masks back on. He just said, get on with it. And we go into the last round, into the 9th, with the Iranians having a mountain to climb. Dolniceanu just needs 5 hits to take the bronze medal.
En garde. Fil de masse, s'il vous plaît. En garde.
So what can
Right.
Abedini
Allez.
do?
Well, he's got to come out with great intent.
En
He's
garde.
got to show some variety, and he's got to put in a performance against world number 3, I think Dolniceanu is.
Prêt, allez.
And this is almost
Tous les deux,
a done deal.
simultané, pas de touche. En garde. Prêt, allez. Préparation, attaque, touche, point.
So good start from Abedini.
Prêt, allez.
First attack blocked by the Romanian, picks up the right of way,
Point.
and then accelerates through that final attack.
Prêt, allez.
Oh, counter riposte, beautiful stuff. You heard 2 clear beats here in the Karaoke 3. First one came from Abedini, but Dolniceanu quickly picked up the blade, and you see there in the replay, he lands the riposte. How did he manage that? He was mid-air when Abedini launched an attack, changed lines halfway through. Watch this. Still manages to hit and block out
Allez.
whilst in mid-air.
So it wasn't his right of way, but able to stop being hit. Dives in, taps Abedini on the top of the mask, and then blocks out. And it comes down to the fact that if there's only one light on the box, then there's only 1 point that can be scored.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as there's no infringements, that's always going to be the case if there's a single light on the box.
Masse, s'il vous plaît. Prise de fer tous les deux, attaque, touche. Point.
Hit stands, so now Abedini has no referrals, and
Okay.
Dolniceanu is 1 away from claiming the bronze medal for Romania.
Well, the Iranians have done fantastically well in this tournament.
Merci.
And to get this far, this is the best that they've ever performed in a World Championship competition.
Prêt, allez.
And valuable experience for the team. And valuable experience for the two individual fencers that will go and compete in the Olympic Games in 100 days' time. So hats off to the Iranians. Abedini and Pakdaman will be back here in this venue for the Olympics, but it is the Romanian team that take the bronze medal, and a superlative performance from those fencers. In the end, they didn't use their reserve.